What it do, YouTube? It's your boy, Luka Donich, back at it again with another YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be going over the top 10 NBA playmakers of all time. Starting off at number 10, we got LeBron James. He averages 7 assists per game. If you can see how good LeBron James is at passing, bruh, if you see his highlight reels, bruh, you can tell that man has something up his bat every game. He's one of the best passers, playmakers of all time. 7 assists per game. That's pretty good. And number 9, we got Rajon Rondo. Now, Rajon Rondo and LeBron James were just on the same team, and you know how that went. Both went to the championship and they won the finals. And Rajon Rondo averages 8.5 assists per game throughout his career. All these are career stats in assists. And he's a really good playmaker. All he does is pass. Sometimes he's a little too passive. That's why I put him all the way at number 9, because it looks like he's scared to shoot. And yeah, he's there. At number 8, we got Gary Payton, 6.7 assists per game. I put him at number 8 because he's very underrated, bro. A lot of people don't talk about him. He's basically like a Magic Johnson, but like a Walmart version. Bro, y'all just saw this man's passes highlights, bro. Y'all be in disbelief. Him and Sean Kemp, bro. The Sonics were super good back in the day, Super Sonics, and Gary Payton was one of the reasons with his playmaking ability. Number 7, we got Oscar Robertson at 9.5 assists. I was thinking about putting him a little bit higher, not gonna lie. But I just put him at 7 because I've never really seen him play. But if you look at his stats, this is just some pure stats. He was like a Russell Westbrook machine. He was like a triple-double machine, bro. He averages 9.5 assists per game. I don't really know too much about him. Never seen his game. But if you look at his stats, bro, that it clearly speaks for his game. Number 6, we got Isaiah Thomas. Not the one that was with the Celtics, but the one that was with the Pistons. Yeah, bro. You talk about one heck of a playmaker, bro. He wouldn't make the most flashiest passes, but he could make some flashy passes. But he found the right person at the right time. He was that guy, and he's one of the best playmakers of all time. That's why I got him at number 6. Number 5, we got Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is like, if you want a point guard, Jason Kidd is the guy, bro. He's like the perfect point guard. Like, there's no other point guard that you'd want it to pass than Jason Kidd. He's like the greatest. Well, he's not the greatest playmaker of all time, but in his time period, he was the greatest playmaker of all time. And trust me, bro, that dude can find the right guy at the right time, anytime you want, bro. Sure. And then number 4, we got Chris Paul. Y'all know how Chris Paul is, bro. Y'all remember when he was with the Clippers, Lob City, bro? This man, Chris Paul. Honestly, bro, Chris Paul is the greatest passer of the decade, of this generation, bro. Chris Paul averages 8.5 assists per game. Bro, Chris Paul is one heck of a player to watch. If you watch him, bro, his mid-range game and he just finds the open man. He's the greatest Lob City passer. I remember back in the day when he was with the Clippers, him, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin, bro, Lob City. This man, Chris Paul, was the go-to passer all the time. It was inspirational. At number 3, I got Steve Nash. Now, it was kind of hard to pick Steve Nash and Chris Paul because they're both, to me, honestly, I think they're both equally as good at playmaking. Both their playmaking ability is good. But Steve Nash, bro, this man was really good at playmaking. Really good at playmaking. The one I'd compare him the most to is probably John Stockton and Jason Kidd put together. John Stockton and Jason Kidd put together, you get Steve Nash. And that's one heck of a playmaker, bro. At number 2, we got John Stockton. Bruh, John Stockton. He is one of the GOATs at playmaking, if I tell you. Bruh, him and Karl Malone were a force to be reckoned with back in the day when they were with the Jazz. Although they never won a title, you would be scared to go against them in the playoffs. John Stockton, bro, he was the greatest. Well, not the greatest. It was clearly Magic Johnson, but he was one of the greatest passers of all time, bro. It was a big toss up between him and Magic Johnson, but John Stockton was that man, bro. Number 1, we got clearly Magic Johnson, bro. There's no conversation about it. Magic Johnson, 11.2 assists per game, bro. This man averaged double-double throughout his entire career. And when I tell you this man had the greatest passes of all time, I mean it. He had the greatest passes of all time. Bro, think about the most unrealistic passes, bro. He could do that. He could do anything you wanted to. He was like a glitch in the Matrix, bro. And that's why I got Magic Johnson at number 1, the GOAT spot. As you can see, this is my top 10 NBA playmakers of all time. Comment down in the comment section below which players I should have added or which players I should have left out. Thanks for watching.